As we revealed last night, Honda is looking for a buyer for its Formula One team. And today, the head of the sport's governing body said other teams could also be in financial trouble if they didn't put a brake on their spending. That would be bad news for the UK economy, which leads the world in the development and engineering of Formula One cars. Our sports correspondent Adam Parsons reports.
Your chance to own a fully fledged Grand Prix team. Now that Honda are withdrawing from F1, the team is on the market, the management desperate to find a new owner to stave off closure. Nobody at the team seems to have seen this coming, not even their star driver, who visited the factory today in an effort to lift morale.
The thing is, I found out the same time as everyone did in the team, so it's just as much of a shock for me as it is for everyone else.
And it's not just Honda's employees who are worrying at the moment. Motor racing is a significant industry in Britain. 4 Grand Prix teams are based here. They employ around 2,500 people between them. But there are plenty of other smaller companies who rely on Formula One for their business. Formula One has always been about big money. The figures are dizzying. In the past season, Honda invested £271 million. But they were only 4th among the spenders, with Toyota, McLaren and Ferrari all ahead of them. But it was on the track that Honda really lagged behind. They stood only 9th of the 10 teams that took part.
It's been obvious for a long time that if you employ between 700 and 1,000 people just to put 2 cars on the grid 18 times a year, that's not rational and it's not sustainable. Well, then when you get a credit crunch, it then becomes a disastrous scenario, and that's why we've got to get the cost right down.
Honda's decision came against a backdrop of falling car sales and a tumbling share price. So why is modern Formula One so very expensive? Well, it's all about these, the bespoke racing cars produced by each team. Remember, in Grand Prix, a fraction of a second can mean the difference between winning and coming nowhere. So to that end, colossal sums are spent on designing and refining every element of this. And that's why budgets have gone through the roof. But most people in this sport now agree that the expenditure is simply out of control. This is beginning to look like a sport too expensive for its time. Adam Parsons, BBC News, Brackley.